Okay.
Hey
So,
guys,
hello, good morning. I don't know if you guys can see
we're just
us.
trying to put this on here, our
Sorry,
tripod.
stability on phone here. All right. Let's extend this maybe a little bit.
There we go.
Good.
Let us know in the comments if you can see us, if you can hear us okay. Maybe just check your phone.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll check on my phone.
We're just sitting in our car here and yeah, just want to talk with you guys. So basically you can leave us any questions in the little comment section and we'll get back to them as we go through this little live chat. So today it's a nice day. We've got some nice weather.
Yeah, it looks like it's working.
Yeah, maybe we can just look at the comments coming in.
Oh, yeah, we'll look at the comments coming in.
You want to tell them about the website stuff?
Okay, so we have some news to share. Some really good news. So, Kay and I, we've been working on this project and we're ready to launch a new website. So, it's going to be a website to support Jehovah's Witnesses and former Jehovah's Witnesses in their struggle, whether they're just waking up or they're having doubts or something like that. People are, they have questions, they don't know what to do, they need some kind of support system. So yeah, that's what we're doing. We're launching a website, and on it, you're going to be able to, access all kinds of information. You're going to be able to email us directly so that we can email you back. There's even going to be chances for us to be able to talk with you like this, FaceTime, whether you have Facebook Messenger or you have Instagram or something like that. We'll be able to you face to face if that's what you need. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're offering. We're offering support for people, and
hopefully it'll be more interactive as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna look at the comments here. We got one from New Mommy. It says good morning from Long Beach, California.
Good morning.
Good morning. That's awesome. I've never been to California. I think he drove through it once, but
yeah, I've been there. I've been to LA once before.
I always wanted to go to the ocean over there. Like, is it nice and warm year round in California, or is it cold in the winter? Like, what is their weather type? Because we have plans to sail down there as well, and we could come visit people in California. But I don't know, like, is it warm in the winters? Could we sail in the waters then, or
Yeah.
is it crazy cold? I don't know. I know that in California they say it gets cold at night, and then in the day it's like hot, but because of the mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little bit of on our. I think we told you guys on this channel, didn't we, about the sailing stuff?
I don't know. Like
remember.
maybe we should show them what's going on back
Back
here.
of our cars, like I don't know if you can see.
It's kind of
That's
crazy.
basically our entire life is in this car right now.
Welcome.
Packed up, yeah. So, because we're planning on moving to different province.
We're technically, I guess you can say we're technically homeless.
I guess technically, because we're in the transition period, but we got our car, so this is our home right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna be sailing soon. That's our plans. But we got into a little bit of a stall because our dog got hurt on the way. Kind of unfortunate, but she like fell and basically broke her hip. So that took like 3 weeks out of the schedule, and we had to get surgery and everything, which was crazy. But she's doing a little better. Still got the crazy cone on.
Yeah, we were just getting ready to go, and everything was all packed up. We're all good to go, and just as we're coming by this area to say bye to some more people, she gets hurt and she dislocates her hip, and
so sad.
So then she's got to go through surgery. So that's just been slightly delayed. We are still scheduled to leave next week.
Yep.
But we're currently living a steady diet of government cheese and living in a van down by the river.
But yeah, the other channel that we have, the Gutierrez family, that will be the updates more like frequently on our sailing adventures if you want to keep up to date. We have another comment from Taryn Rose. Good morning from Kansas. Adore both of you. Oh, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for watching us.
Oh, New Mommy says that in California it's pretty much the same weather all year round.
That's nice. Like, I know, I guess maybe you guys wish you had seasons, but I feel like here in Calgary, Alberta, we don't have seasons either. It's more cold year round. It's like the opposite. So we have like a full 9-month winter,
What do we do in the winter?
2 months of summer, like hibernate, and then 1 week of fall, 1 week of spring, like not even. So
How much do you like winter?
I hate it. I like it around Christmas time because I think snow looks nicer for Christmas than palm trees. But I would prefer the palm tree and hot weather the rest of the year. So that's nice. But Stephanie Lopez, good morning from Houston, Texas. How are you guys doing on
Houston,
this?
Texas.
Yeah, we used to have a client from there. How are you doing on this beautiful day? And also thank you so much for the support and encouragement that you all bring to this channel. God bless you guys. Oh, thank you. We're doing good. We woke
Doing
up
good.
with the blue sky.
You slept in?
I had to sleep in.
I woke up early. I had to listen to my music.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like woke up and he's like listening to music already. It's like 7 a.m. Like I'm still sleeping. I want to sleep till 10. Well, maybe like 8. I woke up at 8:30. But it's nice to sleep. I like sleeping in. I'm a sleeper. I don't know if you guys like to sleep, but
It's funny because I used to be more the sleeper before, and now you're more the sleeper.
Yeah, it just especially as you get older, hey, beauty sleep is very important. You know? Let's see. PG sticker. Hi folks, I'm Christian. B, your new friend from yesterday. Oh, did we add? Oh my goodness, I'm trying to think. We added a few new people yesterday, so I'm just trying to go through who that is. Have we spoken with you? Oh wait, I do know. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, your cousins like to sail. Is that right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think if you comment that, then yes.
I don't know. I have to check.
But
Sorry.
good to see you again here virtually.
Welcome. Welcome to Calgary.
Yes.
And good morning.
The car in Calgary. You're in Calgary right now, just in a car. Lucy Bigeling Ramos. Maybe that's Spanish. I don't know.
I don't even know how to say that.
I apologize. I apologize.
I apologize.
That's from a movie. You said, "Hi guys, hello from the Netherlands." The Netherlands. That's nice. That's
Welcome.
pretty close.
Welcome.
I have a question for people who are Dutch. Do you guys ever do people confuse you for Danish people? Because I know, because I'm Danish, whenever I tell people I'm Danish, they think I'm Dutch. It's like the other way around, but it's like, no, those are two different countries. It's kind of funny.
Hey, let us know how you guys are doing with the whole COVID-19. Are you guys still in lockdown? Because over here in Calgary, they're starting to lift some restrictions. I know that next week or the week after, they're going to start to lift some restrictions. But the province next to us, they already are out of lockdown. So, like, are you guys still in lockdown? Are you guys still doing okay? Staying sane? Staying alive?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Are you
staying alive till 75? Only extra love would understand that.
So, Katya, let me ask you a question. Why are we doing this out here and not doing this out inside?
Well,
maybe we can keep it.
There's a potential that there's a Jehovah's Witness nearby.
Conflict of interest?
Yeah,
maybe?
So we don't want to offend the person. Or like stress them out.
We don't want to offend them.
So
we don't know if they're watching.
We had to go to our car. Yeah, we don't know if they're watching. Hopefully not. I mean, they could watch. I might educate them on this, but I don't want to walk into a scary situation.
How has it been?
It's good, actually.
Good?
It's been good.
Okay.
But it is difficult when you've been out of the Jehovah's Witnesses for almost 6.5 years.
Would you say that we've heard any meetings?
We've heard at a distance. We've heard some Kingdom Hall meetings, and it's I try to get my earplugs in quickly. I say that the nicest way. It just, I think when you're, I don't know if any of you Jehovah's Witnesses who've been out for however long you've been out, if you're ever like around a Jehovah's Witness or you hear it on the TV or whatever, does it just like rub you the wrong way? Does it like trigger you, or does it feel weird? Does it bring you back? Because like we haven't been around it for so long, and then when you hear it again, it's a little bit triggering.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Ever since like because it's been 6 years since we were meeting.
Yeah.
Hearing it now for the first time like that live, it doesn't bother me anymore. It now just makes me feel sorry.
Yeah, you feel sad that someone has to go like spends their day doing that because you know it's not real, right?
It's not, it's not real anymore, and it's based on fear and control, and so it's just an unfortunate thing. But
just some of the specific lyrics bring me back to when I was a child, and I'm just like, okay. Okay, we gotta get back to the comments. The Netherlands, no, not really, but I don't look Dutch. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I get that all the time here in Canada. If I'm like, oh, I'm from Denmark, they're like, oh, you're Dutch. I'm like, no.
are you from the Netherlands?
Yeah.
Oh,
but she doesn't look. They don't look Dutch, so
oh,
they don't get. They don't. People
from
don't
the Netherlands. But okay, yeah, that's okay. You know what? Me, I'm from. So my heritage, my mother, she's from El Salvador. My father, he's from Ecuador. I was born in Canada. But I'll tell you something. Because I'm 95% native of South American ancestry, a lot of people up in North America here in Canada, they actually think I'm native of in Canada.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we go to a native reserve restaurant or something, I they treat me like as if I'm part of the tribe or something.
That's pretty cool.
That's true.
I don't get that treatment, but you do.
So I say Wingapo to my people.
That's funny. So just looking through all these. Paul Stover. Hey guys, I just got on your live video. Good to see you guys. Good to see you
Peace.
too. Good to see you too. Jason loves Jesus. Oh, I missed one. Sorry. CS.97 says hello all from Buffalo. Is that in the States?
Buffalo? Yeah.
Cool.
I've been to Buffalo once.
I've never.
No.
I've had buffalo wings.
I've been to Buffalo twice or 3 times.
That's cool.
Actually, kind of a funny story that I want to tell about going to Buffalo. So before we came to Calgary, I used to live in Toronto. My father, he had a talk in the Spanish Hall in Buffalo. So they gave us the address where to go. So we're driving down to Buffalo, to which the only memories I really have of Buffalo is the roads are really bad. That's about it. But anyways, we pull up and there's this building, go inside, and I didn't notice something was off. Apparently my father did, but I didn't. We all just went in, we put in our what's that thing called? Our luggage or something?
Mm-hmm.
In Spanish it's called maletin.
No idea.
But anyways, it's where you carry all your publications.
Oh, briefcase.
Oh, briefcase, yeah, briefcase. So we sit down and we reserve our seats and it's about to start. And then something just seemed off. We weren't sure what it was. And my father came and he's like, come on, guys, we got to go. I'm like, what? Where? We just got here. And he's like, we got to go. We get up. But before I get up, I noticed to my right, there's this huge ass cross.
Oh, really?
There's a huge cross. And we're like, oh, we thought we were here, but it's not. Maybe, I don't know. So we left him.
The cross scared you guys so much.
We were a little late, but.
That's funny.
Yeah.
You just left?
Wrong building.
Jason Loves Jesus says, hi guys from lockdown capital of the world, New York City. Hey, how is that in New York? Like, is it still really crazy lockdowns? I feel like there's a lot of cases coming out of there because it's so many people. Like, how is it there? Is it kind of like The Walking Dead?
Yeah, it's from like every time I see on the news, there's a bunch of like makeshift hospitals or something.
Really?
No.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hope you guys are doing okay though. I mean, stay safe, be careful.
Yeah, totally.
Especially like what age you are.
Carbon 273 from Buffalo. How are you guys doing? You're from Buffalo too. That's cool.
Well, we got 2 Buffalo people.
We're doing good.
We're doing okay. It's
okay. Good.
I think yesterday I didn't even notice what time or what day it was. I seem to be losing track of what day it is. I'm currently like on an hourly thing of just counting down the hours.
I feel like everybody feels like that right now with pandemic. It's like you don't really know what day it is anymore. Every day is a blur. It's like because no one really has a normal schedule, right?
Every day here feels like the weekend.
It's crazy.
And we're running out of things to do.
Lucy Bwingling Ramos says, oh, that's the same one. We are opening slowly. Schools and shops are open. Restaurants, cinemas, and theaters will open in June, but they can only have a certain amount of people. Okay, that's kind of like here in Calgary. Like certain things are going to be somewhat opening next month, but it's definitely going to have limitations and like rules in place.
Absolutely.
But let us know in the comments, what do you guys feel like? Do you feel like we should be opening things now? Or do you think they should keep it locked down longer? I feel like it's very back and forth on people's opinions on that.
And you can also comment on the new, the news that we gave on the website. maybe some things that you want to see, some things that you want us to do for
Totally.
that, or
Yeah, let us know.
what we can do.
We want to be able to help you guys, and so your feedback makes
Help
a big
us
difference.
help you.
Patience Odia says, "Hello guys, are you born again? I want to introduce Ray Comfort from Living Waters. Do you happen to know him?" Yes, we would consider ourselves born again Christians.
Are you born again?
But yeah, I actually have heard of Ray Comfort. I think he does like preaching on YouTube, so I am aware of him. I do like some of his videos.
I
They're
don't
good.
know Ray Comfort.
Yeah, he's on YouTube. He's pretty big
No,
in the Christian evangelism.
he's a big man.
But yeah, he's nice. I like his messages.
He's a very big man.
Mad King, Mad King 411. 10 years out and it still makes me cringe. See, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I think the PTSD, especially if you're working on yourself in life, it lessens. But I still think like when you've been out for so long and then you hear it, you're just like, it's very cringy. It's like it seems creepier the longer you're out because you're just like, wow, that's very not normal. So yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything.
Carbon 273 said, "So what's the exciting news?" Oh, maybe you came in too late, but yeah, you want to just recap it quickly?
The exciting news is we're launching a new website. It's gonna be dedicated for current and former Jehovah's Witnesses, people who are having doubts, people who are in the process of leaving. How do they leave? What the heck do they do in their life? Am I allowed to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. What they're supposed to do in life. Because, we all know what it feels like when you're having doubts and you feel like there's no support and you need some kind of help. So that's what we're going to be doing. And in it, you'll be able to email us directly and we'll be able to respond to you back. And we'll even be able to do like a FaceTime chat if you need as well.
Yep.
Maybe you just need a little extra support. So we'll be able to do that. And it's all been supported by our very generous patrons. So that's where a lot of it has been going. And yeah.
Yep, that's kind of how we're doing our activism now and on the website and stuff like that. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are excited for that.
Supporting our people.
I'm trying to get through all these. You guys are commenting a lot, which is good. Mike Williams said, "Glad you're okay from the UK." Thank you very much. So far, so good. Hope you're good too. I miss Europe.
How much?
A lot. We usually go every year, and it's been almost 2 years. I'm sad. But anyways, I don't want to talk about that.
It's kind of funny because we almost went there.
Yeah, but then the whole pandemic happened. We're like, maybe we don't want to get COVID.
Maybe not.
We want to help do the curve thing.
Maybe not.
Carbon 273. What was the process on unwebbing all theology and beliefs that you guys grew on, specifically in your view of Jesus? What was the process on unwebbing all the theology and beliefs that you guys grew on, specifically on your view of Jesus?
I think for me personally, it was just start new again and don't just start fresh and don't we didn't want to be holding on to past beliefs or things like that, and just start new. Let your research guide you. In my case, I wanted to start just from Matthew, and I went all the way to the end. And to this day, I still sometimes I discover something like, what the heck? I didn't know that. And it's like, how did I not notice this before? And
I think for me too is like when I was waking up as a JW, obviously I was using their version of the Bible, the New World Translation, which is pretty flawed. And so I think when I was like starting to research like more like accurate translations of the Bible outside the Watchtower's versions, I was starting to see like scriptures about Jesus that wasn't in the Jehovah's Witness Bible, what the actual meaning behind those scriptures were, or who Jesus was, and see a huge difference in who Jesus was for Christians versus Jehovah's Witnesses. And that's kind of what helped me unweb the Jehovah's Witness lies versus what's actually found in the Bible. So hope that helps answer.
Stephanie Lopez says, "It's hard now because they're no longer out here at the parks due to COVID. I'm just waiting until they're back out there with their carts so I can go back out there and share the real gospel."
No, yeah, I know. I mean, it's a good thing that we don't see them on the streets anymore. You're kind of like, yay. But yeah, I mean, it's harder to find them now if you want to like talk to them.
You should record and post it.
Yeah, you should make a YouTube channel or something, and I think that'd be, people find it encouraging to watch too. like helping people that way. But yeah, you should do that.
Lucy says, I'm following you guys, and I'm so excited to follow you on your sailing boat adventures.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we're really excited. Like, it's a new chapter that we have really no plans. Like, we don't, like, it's crazy. Every day we're like, what are we doing? But that's kind of been our whole 10 years marriage, anyways. What are we doing? And it works out, so.
Yeah, we're gonna, like,
It's a little scary, though.
We're supposed to, yeah, we're going next week, and we should be looking at more boats. And
yeah,
our intention is to buy one soon.
Yeah, because we don't have a home. So,
In the
and these seats don't retract. So unless we're sleeping like this, because our whole life is here. This is what we're bringing in the boat. Like what you see here, and we have a Honda Fit. It's a small car. We don't have a truck, a van. So it's gonna be interesting. But we're excited for the adventure, and we want to show you guys that you can live life to the fullest, or get those years back that you maybe feel like you lost being in the washer. You can do that. Different ways you can do that. This is one way. Let's see.
Jason says it's still here. It's okay to sit in parks as opposed to Canada issuing $880 tickets.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, there still are fines. Like if you're not like walking with people that are in your own household, then yeah, you'll get a fine. Which I understand behind it, but at the same time, it's a little bit. It's like, we can't stay in a box for like 2 years straight, you know. So I think it's if everybody kind of just keeps their space from each other, you know, and wash your hands, don't cough on people. I think you should be able to go for little walks around your neighborhood, but rules are rules.
King 411 says, I was born and raised in, left when I was 20 and never really took it personally growing up.
I kind of hope that, yeah, I kind of hope that maybe my siblings, like I have half siblings in Denmark, like they're really little, 10 years old. I kind of hope that that's how they are. They're gonna be raised in it, but I hope that they just don't ever, like, it doesn't really stick with them and that they leave. Just because in their personalities, they seem like the type that it wasn't really stick with them. So I hope that's like for them as well.
Pamela says, my take on Ray Comfort is not good. He does more harm than good. He'd make an excellent Jehovah's Witness.
Really? That's
I don't
awful.
know who he is.
Yeah, I don't know him very well. I've just seen a few of his videos, and he seems to like preach a good message, but maybe some of his videos aren't good. I have no idea. Like, is he like pretty big with street preaching? Is he one of the bigger ones? I don't know. I just see that he has a lot of views, but that's too bad. You don't, obviously, if you're trying to share a good message, you're not. If you're harming, then like, what is the point of making the message? So that's not good.
There's a good question from, Mike Williams says, wow, amazing, great news. But Nuami says, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness, but I do come from a cult background, so I relate a lot with what you guys have been through. What advice would you give when addressing JWs when they approach you at the door?
Well, I mean, you can't just like tell them, you're in a cult, because I've been told that my whole life when I was a Jehovah's Witness preaching and people at the door would tell me that. It just made me more feel that I was in the truth, because you feel like you're being persecuted. So I wouldn't do anything that makes them feel persecuted. I would be really nice to them. But I would just ask them questions that will make them think when they leave. Like ask them doctrinal questions, or almost in a way that you seem confused and you want the answer, but it'll make them think, because either they'll have to research it and find the answer, which is probably not what they want to find, or they'll be like, there is no answer for it, and they're going to be confused. Or, you know, I think you could even say something like, I thought I heard once about there's some kind of a United Nations scandal. I don't know what that means. What is that for Jehovah's Witnesses? Or what's your involvement with with the United Nations, and why would that be such a big deal? I heard my friend, or something like that would get them to know something that maybe they didn't know about, and then hopefully investigate it for themselves. But it is tricky. The best thing to help them is to get knowledgeable with their beliefs, though, so that you know how to come back on their questions, and
Yeah.
But yeah.
That is kind of like a tricky situation, because how do you, I totally agree with what Kaya said on not calling them that, saying to them that they're in it, because they're gonna get defensive and they're gonna feel offended and they're just gonna shut down. I noticed that when talking to people, I feel us as former Jehovah's Witnesses, the way how we were raised is, when you go to someone at the door and you're coming to preach to them and you ask them a question, You ask them a question, but you're not actually really ready to listen to what their answer is. You're just waiting for the cue for when you can then give your answer back in return. But you're not actually listening to what they're saying at the
Mm-hmm.
door. So I think when talking to people, when talking to Jehovah's Witnesses, just be ready to listen carefully. You know what they're going to say. What they're going to basically do is parrot what they've been told. So try to keep them on one subject at a time. Just
Mm-hmm.
go one subject at a time. If they try to deviate, keep them back, bring them back on just that one subject,
Mm-hmm.
and tell them that you're interested in talking more another time after that one subject. Ask them if they've done something. That's actually not too bad, because then they
Yeah.
can go and do some research, and then they'll come back to you, and then you can discuss it more.
Hopefully they do like thorough research and they research everything, not just their own publications, because then it's just going to lead them back to the organization's answer on that topic. But yeah.
And I would say that that kind of leads into how we work in life, when leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses. That's something that we've had to do as well, to change as well. When we speak to people, you see online on Facebook or Instagram or on the news, people will fight really quick
Yeah.
over politics, over this whole pandemic. But what people aren't doing is they're talking, but they're not actually listening.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of being ready to be so offended and to bite back, or instead of being so ready to just come forward with them on their with your own preconceived notions, just take a moment to put your biases aside and just listen very carefully, and you will notice that the person that you disagree with, most of the time they're actually not a bad person. You just see things differently,
Mm-hmm.
and they want what's best for their family and for their city and for their country. But unfortunately, the media and other things like that, they tend to condition us so well, they groom us so well on how to just fight back with people and just how to disagree. And that's something that we've had to put aside coming from Jehovah's Witnesses, and I hope that people can do that also in their normal life as well. Just because it's not healthy, and we're
Yeah.
just so, a lot of times people are so divided, and
Totally.
just put aside the name calling, and put aside the that you think such and such person is this bad, or they're actually probably likely not like that. It's just we're just kind of triggered to think that they are this evil or that bad, but they're actually not.
Lucy Ramos says, "Great news, guys, on the website. Yay! Glad you like it." Patience Odia. I asked if you are born again just because I saw the title of your video. Or actually love you. So what's your relationship? What's your relationship with Jesus? Relationship with Jesus is good, strong.
Yeah.
Talk to him every day. Personal. You don't have to go to a building to have a relationship with God. You just go directly to Jesus. So you can pray to him. You can talk to him in your car. You can read the Bible and get his response to you in the Bible. Sometimes you talk praying to God, and then there'll be like a response to a message there.
Who asked that
So,
question?
Patience Odia?
So yeah, questions. Whether you've been a Jehovah's Witness before or you've never, I don't mean this in any way of disrespect. I don't mean this to be coming off as offensive. I hope you can hear what I'm trying to say here. And that the last thing, possibly for the majority of them, the last thing that they ever want to hear is, so when they hear anyone talk about the Bible after they've left, it's kind of like, are we live?
Yeah, it was just reconnecting
Oh,
with that signal again.
so or something, or make them to be a Christian or something. I have to tell you this, like, I have to warn you, you can possibly be doing more damage than good.
Mm-hmm.
You can really be hurting them if you come across to them and you're the it just sounds very insincere to them.
Or too
Um,
preachy or too pushy.
and I'm telling you, as a former agnostic, as a former atheist,
Mm-hmm.
whenever, possibly the most annoying comment I ever had, when we made videos, was when someone said, "Do you believe in God now,
Or still.
or are you a born again?" Just because I don't know you, and it's kind of like, why? How do I say this
It's kind of
nicely?
like, but it's kind of like asking before getting to know someone. It's kind of just asking how much money do you make? It's like, it's just like, it's not that you can't ask that question. It's just
It,
right off the bat. It's like, whoa,
it,
like it's a
it,
pretty personal thing.
it feels downright rude.
Kind of, right? And like, not every single person might feel like that, but I would say majority of XJWs are really triggered, and so obviously maybe you have good intentions, but
Yeah,
it's
good
actually
intentions.
not gonna help them. It might push them farther away, and that's not obviously the point of it, right? So it's better to just get to know them as a person and help them out, show them the love of God through your own actions, and just be their friend.
Maybe at the
And
most say
yeah,
like God loves you or something.
yeah, something like that, and just pray for them. But yeah, maybe just in the way it's asked like that is a little bit pushy and a little offensive.
Yeah, because what's going on right now in many ex Jehovah's Witnesses' lives, their family, the only thing they tell them is, when are you coming back to Jehovah?
Yeah.
Which means, when are you going to be a Jehovah's Witness? When are you going to come back to the organization? So
It sounds similar.
they've already associated everything God related with the Jehovah's Witness organization.
Mm-hmm.
So anything to do with God, to them, it feels like something doing with the organization, the Watchtower. So I would say, instead of saying to them, "Do you still believe in God, or are you a born again Christian? What's your relationship with
Mm-hmm.
Jesus?" To which I'm not. I don't think you ever had that problem,
That's
because
what I'm
you were
saying. Not
never.
every single person. Like I wouldn't have been triggered by that. I might be a little weirded out. I don't know you, but I'm not gonna be triggered. But the majority I feel like would. So who cares about me if I'm not triggered? The majority of people would. So that's what you'd want to make sure is who's mostly affected by that. And just like it, like I don't know. I think it's just like I said. It's just like asking someone how much money do you make right off the bat. Like you don't know me. That's kind of a personal thing. Obviously, you could just be curious about how much they make, but like it just sounds harsh, right? So it
Yeah,
seems nosy almost.
like, she was never an atheist or
See, I
agnostic.
never went through that phase. I left being a Jehovah's Witness and still believing in God into now. But majority of people, most of our ex-Jehovah's Witness friends, did go the atheist route or still are, and so it's just not gonna help.
It's
I don't know how else to say it.
almost like as if, the YouTuber is a little overweight and you mention you're fat. It's
I mean, even when you were an atheist and I was a Christian still, I never even really preached at him. Does that make sense? Like I never, because I knew like that would be triggering. So like I just did my own thing and like I read the Bible myself. And if he wanted to know what I was reading, then I'd share with him. But I would be like, hey Christian, you have to read the Bible with me right now. What would that do? Like, there's actually a scripture that I can't remember exactly how it says, but something like your actions will be more than your words. Like just live out a good life and show them that being in a relationship with Jesus is different than the Jehovah's Witnesses. Through your actions, through your life, that will make them less triggered, maybe more curious, open to discovering Jesus. But if it seems similar to the Jehovah's Witnesses, they're just gonna shut it away because like I just left that. Why would I do that again? I understand
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? So that's just what you want to be careful about.
But I do want to mention some positive things, though.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to come across as like negative or something, but there has been massive differences, and you can't see this, as a Jehovah's Witness, and it's hard to see it as an XJW
Yeah.
unless you've been a Christian again, but or for the first time, I should say. But you know, this whole pandemic thing has shown just how much people in our church really care about each other.
Yeah.
As Jehovah's Witnesses, there's not a lot of emphasis on helping poor people, people who are, maybe,
Just struggling in
yeah,
congregation.
struggling in life, mental health problems.
Yeah.
It's just, it's always about the literature and
Recruiting.
going to the meetings, and you go to the meetings just to learn how to recruit people. Where we're coming from now, a lot of it, ever since this whole pandemic thing, people are just, it's about, what do you need? How can we help? And
And
there's,
sincerely, like not just saying it, but they actually follow through with it.
Yeah.
Like with what they're offering to do, they actually come and do it. And you're like, oh my gosh.
Someone came to our house with a mother load of bacon.
Groceries, yeah.
Groceries.
Someone else gave us a grocery gift card because we like had lost our job. Like just someone just message us and they want to pray for us. They'd like people who we've never even met in person, just we've met over line. They'd like call us and they'll want to pray with us over the phone. Just like crazy stuff like that. And just they even want to help people who are not Christians. Like go out and help. Like there's people who go to the food bank and stuff, right? Obviously they may not all be Christians, and they go and they supply food for those people. It's not just about their own people in their building, right? It's a huge difference.
Yeah, and I would also like to take this time to encourage people support local businesses and support your local charities because they really need a lot of help right now.
Especially right now, yeah.
People are really struggling at this time.
Hopefully that answered your question. It was a little long one, but yeah. Linda Tree who left. I apologize. My English is not my first language. They said, "Hi, I'm a new subscriber." Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to our channel.
Welcome to this new channel, and go to our other channel.
Yeah, come subscribe to our other channel because we're going to be doing like exciting stuff, like sailing stuff. So it's called the Gutierrez family.
Yeah, we're not sure if the next live video will be here or if it'll be on a boat.
Hopefully we'll be on a boat by then. Pamela Covert said, "Hello, I'm 67, born in and raised. I started fading when I was almost 30. Now my family will not speak to me hardly at all. Glad you two got together." Oh, I'm so sorry. That's awful. That's like Christian though. Well, Christian's not 67 yet, but he left when he was 30, 6 years ago, and still has no contact with his family. I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't last until he's 67. But unfortunately, like with this organization, it sadly does. It's one of the most damaging things about being the watchtower is that one, that they spiritually abuse you, but two, that they steal your family. It's like it's horrible that you can't go to college, but it's even more horrible that they steal your family. So I really feel for you.
And that's the thing, we're not about trying to say, hey, people shouldn't be allowed to believe what they believe or something. What we're saying is that this is an organization that preys upon people's minds to get them to do bad things, like shunning your family members just because they don't want to be a Jehovah's Witness anymore. It's the rules are just they make no sense, and people are hurt, and you have a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses who are depressed or sad and they don't know why. They're doing all the meeting stuff, going to all.
We're here for you virtually though. You're not alone, but I do feel for you and I'm sorry on behalf of them. That's sad.
And I don't know where you're at on things. For me personally, I know that our situation is a little bit different, but for me personally, I've kind of come to the point where if I never see them again, if I never talk to them again, very unfortunate, but I'm not going to put my life on hold until they come back. And it's been an amazing blessing to be able to make new friends and to meet new people, and God is carrying me because I think I'd be really down mentally if God wasn't with me right now. So
me too.
He's definitely not who I thought he was as a Jehovah's Witness. That's another thing I have to say.
Mike Williams said, "I was born and raised in the JWs, and even though I left many shunned years ago, it's still back in my mind even when I know it's false." Yeah, that's just what's called, like, that's the power of brainwashing, and that's what's triggers PTSD. The best thing is just, time takes, that help, but I think just always researching new things. I'll need to go back and research the Jehovah's Witness doctrines just to reinforce, yes, it isn't true. These things didn't happen, or these things were skewed. Do that, right? But I feel like some people are different. Some people, it really triggers them for a long time, or they feel like they have like little Armageddon phobias when something here in the news that reminds them of Jehovah's Witness. And some people don't think about it. Like me, I don't really worry that it's true. If that makes sense. I know it's not true just because of one, I've done my research, and two, I have a relationship with Jesus. So, and I didn't have that as a witness. Now that I can compare them, but it's okay if you feel like that once in a while. It's just the power of being raised in a cult. They say that you can take the person out of a cult, but you can't take the cult person. It can be very powerful. So just take, day by day, but just researching and hanging out with people that were never in a cult is really good too. They can kind of like reassure you, no, that was a cult, don't worry, it wasn't real. Like they can kind of,
It's been funny. Interesting times.
Tiana Rose, I left the JWs in 2013. Recently I got a letter telling me how much they miss me and how much Jehovah misses me. This person gave me his phone number and email address to connect to meetings. Yeah, so the thing is, they may say, we miss you, we love you. It's not though, because they only want you back so that you can be part of the organization, so you can follow the rules, so you can become a member, so you can give them money and be a slave to their organization, their business. It's real love, because if they really loved you, they would speak to you and want to hang out with you, even though they're not a current member. Like, we have gone to 2 different types of churches, completely different churches, and yet, even though they know that we've gone to new church, they still want to hang out with us from the other church. They have no problem with you while they're shunning you. Mm-mm. Do you know what I'm saying?
I would also say this, that if they miss so much, why can't they just come see you now?
Yeah.
Why, like, they shouldn't be missing you if you're in the same city.
Yeah.
If you're nearby, why don't you guys all just get together and hang out? Go for some coffee or whatever.
We were told when we were finding things out and having our doubts, the elders would say things like, oh, we want to just help you. We just want to help you. And the second that we came to get help, their demeanors completely changed, became kind of aggressive, and just cut us out, like, from the organization as soon as we had our opinion.
Yeah.
It's kind of like they say you in. And
people that we've hung out with and made friendships with, whenever they say they miss us, what they're saying is, hey, let's go hang out. But they never say, we don't see you coming to this building.
Yeah, you're not regular.
They never say anything. When they say they miss you, it's more like, that's what miss you means.
Mm-hmm. Because they miss connections or community, or they miss their family, which is totally understandable. But just remember that feeling doesn't mean that the organization's real, though. Yeah. It may mean that you miss people. That's totally normal. Just don't think that means, oh, it is true. It's not. That's just called manipulation. They're manipulating us, where they're playing with your brain, just like an abuser would, honestly, keeping you from your family and friends to control you, and then they use that as bait to get you back.
Yeah, and also people, former Jehovah's Witnesses or current Jehovah's Witnesses who are inactive, people who are thinking of going back, I would say before you actually go back, take some time for yourself. You need to fix yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
There's therapy, there's support groups. I don't know which country you live in, but here in Canada we do have free therapy sessions that you can go to, and it's like up to I think like 30 you can have, and it's you can just talk about all kinds of things, and they'll listen, and they'll be there to help you and give you good tips and good advice. And
totally.
But you got to work on yourself first, because you have been abused by a narcissistic organization, a narc organization, and they're just playing the same abusive tactics on you to try to get you to come back. They're trying to withhold love, attention. They're trying to get you to be there, be a member, do whatever it is that they want you to do through manipulation, coercion. You're coming out of a manipulative relationship. It's time to fix yourself.
Yeah.
It's time to fix yourself and to stand up and to realize your worth.
Be independent.
Be independent.
We were codependent on the washer for everything, even making your own decisions.
We were so codependent, and we learned a lot of bad things and a lot of bad behaviors, and we've had to just learn how to do things differently. So you got to fix yourself up before you even attempt to even go back, and you'll realize, I'm better than this.
Yeah.
I'm not a piece of trash, and I don't deserve this kind of crap.
No.
This type of conditional love.
Yeah.
I deserve better, and your life will improve much more.
A few people said hi. I'll just because we gotta get through things. Paul said hi from Cyprus. Bella Visa says hi there. Hey. Bro Derek says hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys. Hey everyone. David Wicklin says thank you both on your courageous part on the W5 CTV with Avery Haynes, and thank you both for your integrity as XJWs. Thank you for the nice comment.
And the support.
Yeah, we do our best. We're just trying to give back our part, try to help people out, and we're very appreciative of the videos that were on YouTube when we first woke up. So, just want to do our part in helping the community, helping people get their knowledge that they need. Jason Loves Jesus said, I received a letter from the Kingdom Hall here from their outreach. I enjoy when JWs come to my door. It makes it easier for me to get to know them and share the gospel. God can use it for a JW to be saved. Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Any opportunity is a good opportunity for conversation.
God bless you, Jason, and I hope the good things come out from your talks with Jehovah's Witnesses, and I hope that you can make an impact, and God be with you.
Yes. Let's see. I'm just gonna go through them.
Sorry, I guess we're a little bit behind. She's just
some of them are also you're communicating with each other, which is cool.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just not gonna read those out loud.
That's good.
Someone said, greetings, or David Wicklin, greetings from central Wisconsin. I was one of the foolish virgins, in quotations, aka walk-in converts, from age 20 to 22 in 1992 to 1994, as my mom died of a 12-year battle with cancer, woke up in 2017 after CSA. I'm really sorry about that.
Yeah, that kind of reminds me of a story of this person, this father who we spoke to. His daughter got involved with Jehovah's Witnesses when she was in college or university, and she started making all kinds of crazy changes, and suddenly she wasn't seeing her family as much anymore. And by the time we spoke to him, it was kind of a little too late, and she was just fully into it. And so we're hoping and praying that I guess she just one day sees that something's off and something's not right, and
that's the problem. They get people when they're vulnerable, which is really sad because they didn't really care. They're just using it as a good opportunity to brainwash you.
And we all enter into phases of life when we're vulnerable.
Yep.
And so we got to kind of be careful with those times as well. But
even right now, like with like money situations and lack of work, there's a lot of fake businesses and things out there that maybe people would get involved with because they want to make money or they want a different life. And there'll always be organizations or businesses or religions that will take advantage of a vulnerable situations. You just gotta be vigilant.
Yeah.
About that.
And this situation that we're in, I am 100% totally trusting in God. I'm like, everything's gonna be just fine.
I mean, it's still normal to have anxiety as a Christian. It's not like, oh, you can't have feelings. Like, I still have anxious feelings, but at the end of the day, I know that God's in control, so the anxiety doesn't overwhelm me like it would if I didn't have him. I'd be like, oh gosh, like.
Yeah, and you know what? That's another thing is, as Jehovah's Witnesses, it was highly suppressed if you have anxiety, or depression. I don't know if you guys know this, but statistically, I believe that anxiety will health problems, and Jehovah's Witnesses, it's
like frowned upon. I think maybe now they're starting to talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Only because everyone's been bashing them for so long that they haven't. But yeah, like majority, like my whole childhood, nobody was allowed to really know that I had anxiety. Because they would just make us look like we weren't a spiritual family or something's wrong with me, you're not relying on Jehovah. It's like, it's so taboo, but then there's so many people that end up depressed out of their minds or killing themselves because they don't get any help. Like, yeah, it's horrible.
It's gonna be okay. And don't feel too ashamed if you have anxiety, depression. Nobody's perfect.
No.
Nobody has. If you look on social media, YouTube, sometimes it's a little bit of a trap because it seems like this is the lives of perfect people and everyone's super happy and everything's just so awesome and my life sucks, but that's not always the case. It's so. Don't feel too ashamed if you're suffering from something like that. You can get help. There's all kinds of ways you can get happen.
Just gonna go through a few more before we finish here. Hi from Concord NH from MFug. Hi. I like your name.
Fungus.
I guess so. If you, Don Rosen, if you could ask Tony Tight Pants Morris one thing, what would you say? Why don't you like tight pants so much now? I would say like show a little bit more sincerity. You talk with he talks with such like disconnection to his human soul. Like I feel he's just a robot. Like show a little emotion. That's not really a question. That's more of a statement. But that's me. That's me being nice.
For me personally, I'm not sure if I would ask him anything. I would want him to just keep talking and talking, because I'm very good at reading people. And I look at their expressions and I look at their behavior and I look at what they talk about, and it tells me a lot of who they are, what's wrong, and then I start to ask a few questions. So I guess I'd try, if I were to ask him a question, I'd probably want to just ask him questions along the lines of, as I'm reading him, and just ask him questions on life and family, and I think that would help me get to know him a little bit more. I don't know. It's never gonna happen.
Wayland said hi from Texas. Hey.
Hey, Texas people. There's a lot of Texas people.
Yeah, we're the Texas of Canada, basically.
Welcome.
Loves Jesus said, Christian, I'm loving your faith, especially because you had a moment in your life when you became an atheist and the Lord delivered you from that. It's encouraging.
Well,
it's the story, right?
Thanks, Jason. And you know what? I'm really happy about it. I love God. And it's very, very absolutely different than when I was a Jehovah's Witness, because I feel like my whatever relationship I had with God was based on works. But now I feel like just present yourself, come to God as you are, come to Him as you are, however broken as you are, and He will accept you and He will take you in.
He'll transform your life for you.
You don't have to try to be perfect.
No.
You don't ever have to like fear about being perfect or doing works or something. God is like, He's like your best friend who is always there to help you and to be, he just wants friendship with you. And it's very different than Jehovah's Witness, because I always felt like God was just, he was very distant, and you had to be very careful, and you had to be very perfect, and you had to have like this procession of words and things to do to get to Him, and it's just not like that.
It's like when Peter was walking in the water to Jesus, and he had to put faith in Jesus to cross that water, and yet in the middle of him walking, he started to doubt, as us humans do. We have our own fears and whatever, and he started to drown, but God didn't get mad at him for having those normal human tendencies and just let him drown. He went and picked him up. So God will continue to pick you up, right, if you fall.
Yeah.
Bro, Derek, you both look alike, but you are more prettier. We look alike. Oh gosh. I mean, who's more prettier, Christian or me?
I'm pretty sure it's you.
I mean, I wonder.
Every time I
think people have glasses, maybe. And
I don't know.
It's funny because we're not even the same race at all.
How do we look?
I think this is true though. I believe that couples tend to look like each other and tend to look like your pets. Like it's just like a thing. Obviously, when I say that you look like, we don't have the same nose, the same mouth, the same beard. We don't have the same. But I think overall, symmetry-wise, maybe because we both have big eyes and we smile a lot and we have actually technically have dark hair, and we have glasses, we look alike. Do you see what I'm saying? But it is creepy because I'm like, we're not brother and sister.
Yeah.
One time, one person actually thought we were, and I was like, I'm Danish. He's from South America. I don't think, unless we have half parents. Like, it's just kind of funny. Anyways, thanks for the compliment, I think.
Yeah.
Is that a compliment or we look weird?
It's funny because I'm the one who screens a lot of the comments, and
bro Derek said right. See, maybe I'm right.
I look at a lot of the spam comments that come in. That's one of the most common things that I've seen, and I'm like, I just don't see it.
What if we take our glasses off? Do we still look alike? Take your glasses off.
Maybe if you come to lunch with us, hang out with us for lunch,
Do our faces look the same?
and then you'll see like
I don't know if we do.
we actually don't look that.
Yeah, we don't. We really don't. We have completely different faces, but I know what you mean, though.
I'm twice her weight.
But I know what you mean, though. Just, yeah, people tend to like. Even my mom, one time she told me that my dog looks like me, and I was like, what? But I think I know what she means. Do you know what I mean? You look. If I go to people's homes and I see their pet, I'm like, yeah, they kind of look like their owners. So it's a thing.
I think our dog acts a lot like you.
Yeah, she does.
She's.
Bro, Derek said twins, and he said, just kidding. No, I don't think twins. We're definitely not identical twins. Maybe like fraternal. So we're gonna wrap this up soon, because I think it's almost been an hour.
Yeah.
But we'll do one last. So that.
Any last ones? This is your last chance. Last chance to ask us something. But before you do, I just want to ask you guys a favor, please. If you can, please support us back on our new channel.
Yeah.
Because
it would help a lot.
We're kind of doing like a travel vlog diary, and it would mean so much if you guys can go on to our new channel and just stay on top of our latest videos. Even if you don't, even if you're not interested in it, even if you're not interested in watching the whole video, just let it play and let it go on.
Yeah, can you just let it play and like give it a thumbs up, because it really helps us in the algorithm.
It really helps us a lot with the YouTube thing. Just let it play, give it a thumbs up, give a letter of a comment.
Yeah, like give a comment, like even if you have to copy, I'll put it here. It's called the channel.
YouTube can be so hard sometimes, and we're competing with so many people who have been doing this for years, and they're so well established, and we're tiny. Yeah, we're tiny, and we're trying to get
it's called
up there.
It's called the Gutierrez family, and you should see our face on the profile picture. So if you see that, just subscribe. And then like if you could watch our videos regularly, it really helps our algorithm. That's how YouTube is, or just like social media, online kind of stuff, is the more activity happens, then like you can get bumped up more, and then maybe it'll grow more. And we just really want to make this, like, we're really excited to do this. And
so much.
Yeah, please help us out from Extra W to Extra W.
It doesn't cost anything.
No, you don't have to pay anything. Just subscribe and give us a comment and watch, and who knows, maybe you'll actually enjoy watching.
Now, what's the last question?
There's not the last question. Just Thomas Gran said, hey from Denmark. Hi. I had to say hi to my people.
Thomas Gran, who's that?
Thomas Gran? Did I say that properly?
Hey Thomas, are you related to Anders Gran?
Let us know.
I don't know. Sounds familiar.
You got it. Bro Derek said you got it. Where is your new channel?
Oh.
I think I linked it. I didn't link it here, but if, like I said, if you just type in the Gutierrez family in YouTube and you see our faces on the profile picture, it's us and our dog. Well, that's the channel.
Yeah, at the end of the video, we'll post the link.
Yeah, we'll post a link in there.
But yeah, it's called the Gutierrez family, and you'll see our picture.
Thanks, Derek. Oh, and Thomas said he's his brother. Hi! Oh. We love Anders. We always talk with him. So
I don't know if we've met Anders' brother.
No, we haven't met him, but we kind of know about you.
We know Anders' crazy side.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hopefully we can meet you sometime when we go to Denmark again in the future and see Anders again. But welcome.
Yeah.
And let's see. What last question? Last question. Wayland, once you live on your boat, what will you do for a living or a job? Good question.
Yep. So here's the plan. We plan to have small jobs while we're over there, but we're trying to grow our channel to the point where we can then have our own kind of like tourism type of channel where we can make our own living based on
online work.
Yeah, online.
It's gonna take a while.
So we're just kind of like, it's in its infancy.
Yeah.
And we kind of have to grow it a little bit more. So
that would be wonderful if you guys could just help support it, because the faster it grows, then hopefully our opportunities for this type of work can grow as well.
And we'll support JWs.
Yeah, we'll still be doing that. But help a friend out,
please.
But yeah, it was really fun talking with everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and we'll do this more often. Hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, wash your hands. Don't get too freaked out though. Don't walk around with a bubble wrap around your head. Support your businesses, and just want to say thanks a lot for your guys' support.
So many of our subscribers have supported us in so many things in the past, and we never forget it.
No.
And we think you guys are awesome, and we're ready to support whenever you guys need it.
Totally.
All right. So take care, guys, and we'll see you again the next time.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Peace.